because it allows them to support candidates like me and go to Congress and make sure that we keep a common sense approach. Now, on the backside, take this to the voting booth with you. I need your vote. Don't forget. You know, Alan, Kerwin, when you called me a few months ago to speak here, I said yes. I knew we had a lot of time. I gotta tell you, I forgot to put it in my calendar. But you know what? I walked into my headquarters one day and I saw the flyer on the wall. They put it in my calendar. So, actually, I'm glad it worked out this way because standing here in Taylorville, my hometown, means I get home soon.
Get the hell out of here.
Because this district that I'm running is pretty good. There's 14 counties. Stretches from Champaign to Bloomington, where I was this morning. And anybody who complains about walking a parade in 100-degree weather should have been with me today. It was bad. But this district stretches from Champaign to Bloomington, clear down to the river. It's a wide, diverse area. But I got to tell you, from what I know, from what I've learned, it's really not that much different from Taylorville, Illinois, and Christian County. We all experience the same problems, the same issues, and it takes a common sense approach in leadership to make a difference there, just as it does here. You know, the Second Amendment issues, I don't have to stand up and talk to you about how unabashedly pro-Second Amendment I am. The NRA endorsement proves that. We all are, or you wouldn't be here today. So that's an issue that I'm glad everybody in this room can agree on. And we need to go out and spread the common sense message of making sure that we elect more leaders to believe the way we do at all levels of government. But let's think back to what the Second Amendment means to us, too. To me, it means freedom. Freedom. We hear that. We hear the phrase, sometimes it's a cliche, freedom isn't free. And no, it's not. But freedom is also dependent upon leadership. Leadership is crucial. Leadership is crucial in your family. Leadership is crucial in your community. Leadership is crucial in public policy. That's why we need leaders in Congress. And that's why I want to represent Taylorville, Illinois, Christian County, and the entire state of Illinois in the U.S. Congress if I'm blessed enough to win on November 6th. But it's the leadership that's giving us freedom. And if you think back to our forefathers. They risked many things to give us the freedom we enjoy today. Sometimes we all take it for granted. Now, I thought of a few words. I usually don't write notes, because I stand up and my wife says I talk too long anyway. So this usually makes me talk longer when I write notes. I apologize again. But I thought of a few words and instances that are relative only to today. If you look at what we see in our political arena today, I don't think it was much different back when Ben Franklin, John Hancock, Thomas Jefferson, and the rest of our forefathers walked in the 13 colonies and said enough is enough. Now, they faced criticism, I'm sure. I mean, can you imagine walking up to your neighbors and saying, hey, I just signed the Declaration of Independence to get us free from the king? You can imagine a neighbor like AJ sitting there saying, well, you're nuts. Why do we want to get away from the king? We love the king. I'm sure that led to some ostracism. You know, they experienced fear. They had to. They risked their life by signing a document that we all cherish today. But you know what? They were willing to make that sacrifice. Because of their sacrifice, all of those things are based upon one element, one action one quality that all of them had, and that was leadership. Leadership gave us freedom. You know, many of them were politicians of the day in the 13 colonies. I'm sure they were told, that's going to end your political career. Sure, some of them were a little worried about that, just like politicians today are. Worried about making decisions that might adversely affect the way that you feel about them and may adversely affect their ability to go back. And that's not leadership. That's why I'm glad we have enough good men stand up, not worry about the criticism, the ostracism, the possibility of losing their political careers, to risk their lives and sacrifice what they did so that we have that freedom today, so that we have the Second Amendment. You know, I'll bet you there's a lot of negative campaigning leading up to the Revolutionary War. You know, you think about maybe somebody didn't like John Hancock because he wrote bigger than them on the Declaration of Independence. Think back. It could have been, there's really probably not much different